What is the possibility of maintaining sexual purity in the 21st century among young Christians that are in a relationship before they actually get married? Is it even possible to stay sexually pure in this generation where there is a lot of temptation all around us, from social media, written literature, the movie and music industry, even going down to the very communities where we come from? And why is the burden of practicing sexual purity sidelined to the girl child alone? In the case of virginity, it's only the girl child that is supposed to practice sexual purity. My name is Catherine Chirabo, and this is Finding Your Rib. Today on the show we have Mr. Rogers Ndiwalana. He's a married man, very resourceful. He's a marketeer, a trainer, and a life coach. So just pull up a chair and enjoy the conversation. So, Mr. Ndiwalana, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Briefly tell us about yourself, what you do. Yes.
Thank you for welcoming me. My name is Rogers Rumbuye Ndiwalana.
Yes.
I'm a marketeer, trainer, and life coach. I'm a born-again Christian. I've been married for 17 years. I'm the founder and CEO of Roland Systems.
Roland Systems.
It's a training and consulting company on Chisasi Chanjaro.
That's where the training comes in.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the company I own.
Right. And where do you go to church?
I go to Bukoto Mobilizing Team at Bukoto.
Bukoto Mobilizing Team.
Bukoto Mobilizing Team at Bukoto.
At Bukoto.
Yes.
Okay.
It's in Bukoto.
Okay.
We mobilize humanity for Christ. Yes.
Okay. So you said you've been married for 17 years.
Yes, please.
Yes. To your dear wife, who is not here with us today.
She wasn't able to make it. Incidentally, she was supposed to be here, but yeah, something happened and she wasn't able to
you'll
come.
send us our regards.
Yes.
So, do you have any children?
Yes, I have quite a number of children, biologically 5, and I'm looking after 4 other children.
Wow.
Yes, so
Okay.
to make them number 9.
Wow. There are
Yeah.
9 children that
9
you take
children.
care of.
Yes, please.
Okay. So on the show today, we want to talk about sexual purity.
True.
It's a big concern and query. It gets
True.
people concerned. How pure can you stay while you're dating?
True.
So for you, who has been married for 17 years, while you were dating, how was it like for you? How was staying sexually pure?
Okay, maybe things have changed of late. You know, things change every 2-3 years. You find new things. These days, kids use languages I don't understand. I hear words and I ask them, I don't know what they mean. So, purity is biblical. We must be pure. But the most important thing is the confusion today of the youth is about the definition of relationship.
Right.
Most people think that by virtue of the fact that I relate with you, then we are dating, then we must sleep together, then we are like married people, we are supposed to have children. That is a very big problem we're having today. The problem is the definition of relationship. Now, if you can define what a relationship is, then you will not find yourself in those problems. I feel and believe that that's the biggest problem the youth are finding today. Purity is biblical. You're not pure, you don't go to heaven. Simple, clear cut. So purity is biblical. We must stay pure.
How do we stay pure?
How we stay pure, I put up quite some things here. I have some points I put around here.
Yes.
I always believe in writing. The reason is, these days people don't want to write. Most of you young people like using Google and hearing celebrities. What they do is what you people do, which is not good. It's important for us to always write and read from what other people have and learn from what the people who have made it in life do.
Yes.
Now, staying pure, I think it would be very important for us to first know what a relationship is. A relationship is a connection you have with a person. Any person you have a connection with, that is a relationship.
That is a relationship.
Yes, and we have 4 types of relationships. I'm going to go through them very briefly so that you can understand the genesis of the problem the youth are facing today. The first one is family relationship. Family relationship, these are relatives, uncles, judges, those people in our African society. Those are the people. Then the second type of relationship are the friends. These are the people you've grown up with, people you work with. You know, these people you spend time with, people you share with, people you've known from other people. Then the third one is the romantic one. Now, this is where problems come in.
That is where our concern is.
Yes. Now, the romantic relationship still is a person who just likes you. Someone likes you, but you can marry them, or you can get married to them. These are the people. He likes you, you can marry them, but not sexual. You should not have any sexual relationship with this person. They are just your romantic friends. Romance does not mean you sleep with someone. You're romantic to someone because you care about them in a special way. This lady could be having brothers, but there are those things that you talk about with this person that they don't talk about with their brothers, with their fathers, with these other people. So it is very important for you to know.
Yes.
Then the other relationship is the work relationship. Now, for the work relationship, these are the people, the relationship you have with them is purely, basically work related. Now, going back to the question, where are we making mistakes? Was that the question?
Yes.
Where are we making mistakes? Why do we find it hard to be pure? We mistake romantic relationship to be marital relationship. It is very important for the youth of today, most especially in Africa, to understand that if I'm in a romantic relationship with someone,
does not
necessarily mean I'm sleeping with them. Because when you sleep with someone, there is a lot involved. A lot is involved. A lot is involved. The moment you sleep with someone, there are 3 areas of your life that are affected. Physically, spiritually, and emotionally. You are affected and permanently. That is the problem. So it is very important for us to first know, the youth of today should first know, if I'm in a relationship with this person, which kind of relationship am I in? If it is work relationship, important to define it. Define it, have your rules and regulations. Know
That's
your
where
boundaries.
the boundary is coming.
Yes. Have boundaries. How far do you go? By me shaking your hands does not mean you're my girlfriend. You know, there are things we have copied from the West. We have learned how to peg.
Right.
When someone gives you a peg, does not mean he's your boyfriend.
Yes.
They have to mention it that they want to marry you. And there's something I also want to make clear to the youth today. Dating someone does not mean that you sleep with them. Dating is another topic. Maybe we shall hand another day. I don't know. But it is very important for us to know, how do you define your romantic relationship? 1, it should not be with more than one person. 2, this person should be a person of the opposite sex.
Right.
3, this person should be a person who is a Christian, who understands your values.
Yes.
Believe in the same Christian values with this person. The most important one is the last one. The intention for the relationship is marriage, not stopping on the way. It is marriage.
At the end of the day, you have
At
to
the end of the day, what
marriage.
should be at the back of your mind, it is marriage, not
The end
casual.
goal, yes.
Yes. The end goal should be marriage. That is what they call a proper romantic relationship. And no sex.
Before marriage.
I hope I've answered your question.
Yes.
No sex, because you're just relating. We're not here talking about marriage.
We are still going to dig deep in this matter because
Yes,
there's a lot.
I know.
There's a lot we have to answer for the many people out there to know. So we are going to come back shortly and pick from where we left off.
Thank you.
Stand Wallet.
Yes, please.
We live in an era where virginity is actually mocked. People laugh at you if they find out that you're a virgin. I don't know if it applies to both sides, be it whether you're a girl or a boy, but virginity is something that they don't care about anymore. So I want you to tell us how important staying sexually pure is. How important virginity is. Because young Christians out there need to know the value that lies in virginity.
Okay, thank you so much. It is very, very important for someone to stay sexually pure. Like I started in the beginning, that purity is biblical.
Yes.
Staying pure, if you're not pure, then there's a problem.
Even Christ calls us to be holy.
You're not pure, you miss out on heaven.
Yes.
Now, if you're Christian and you're missing out on heaven, then it's a big problem. Now, why is it important? I look at it this way. Virginity applies to both the ladies and the gentlemen. I don't want to call them girls and boys because now they think they know what they are doing. If To the ladies and gentlemen, it is very important to stay pure.
Yes.
Staying a virgin is very, very important. And I'm going to look at it in 3 areas. The first one is physical, the body, or scientific. In science, they tell us everything should be touched. There is proof. So I'm going to explain it in 3 ways. I'm starting with body. You can call it physical. You can call it scientific. That's the first proof why you must stay pure, why you must stay virgin. The first one is the obvious one. STIs. There are so many STIs. And of late, I was checking that now we have around 6 common STIs in Uganda that people are not familiar with. STIs, that is the most common one. Gonorrhea.
Those are the sexually transmitted
infections. Yes, sexually transmitted infection. Gonorrhea, syphilis, herpes. Then there's this human papilla, it's called HPV. Then there's genital herpes, there's hepatitis B. Then the one people dread.
That's a recent one we've had.
Hepatitis B. This is something we are hearing today, but it has been around.
Yes.
And it's moving so much because people are not pure anymore. Then there's HIV, the common one. HIV is spreading like a bushfire. Everywhere there's HIV. And even if you're born again, even if you pray in tongues, HIV will catch you if you're immoral. Then the other one is science has proved of late in the US and in the Western world basically. These days, if a woman claims to be raped, if you say you've been raped, or if someone says they have never slept with you, you're hearing a lot of celebrities being locked up today.
Yes.
Because of there's some new technology where they check DNA. Whenever you sleep with somebody, your DNA stays with this person until they go to heaven.
What?
When you sleep with someone these days, your DNA, it has been confirmed that your DNA will stay with this person. It becomes a part of you. So the moment you sleep with someone, it is scientifically proved that this person is going to stay with you. Now, a sister, a brother, a pastor, our fellow Christians, whenever you sleep with different people, you are attaching their DNA to your life.
To yourself.
You are attaching their DNA to you. And these people are going to stay with you for the rest of your life. Is it what you want as a Christian? No. The other proof is, the other scientific reason as to why I would encourage Christians, young Christians, to stay virgins and pure is unplanned pregnancies. This is happening in churches. It's astonishing to hear that young girls are getting pregnant in church by church ministers, by fellow Christians, and people are quiet about it. People are quiet about it. It's bad. If you're going to have this unwanted pregnancy, that means a lot of things are going to happen at the back of your mind. You're going to think of other evil things. You have this pregnancy, you don't need it. Now you're going to think of abortions. You're going to think of so many other things. So this is what it's now becoming a problem. It started just with immorality. Now it goes to pregnancy. The next thing you're going to killing, murdering. In fact, not killing, you're murdering now. Now you're committing sins in series, and yet you're in church. This young man would say it is not me who committed the murder. But there is no small sin in Christianity. There is no small sin.
And you've already told us that the DNA is already attached to you.
It's attached to you. Now you're killing this person, but you're keeping the DNA of this person. So you're risking. The other thing is there's a lot of skin diseases now that are attacking people. You've heard, if you're moving around town, you've heard of many radio, this Vizinda, or talking about funny diseases. These diseases are there. Candidiasis. There's so many other funny diseases that are catching people just because of immorality. And you find this person got this candidiasis because she was losing her virginity to another fellow Christian. And this fellow Christian could be misbehaving with others. Because it is a chain.
Yes.
It is a chain. You know what the devil does? The moment you commit a sin, the moment you start sleeping with someone, then the devil will know that now this lady, this young man has fallen. 7 stronger demons will come. Now when these 7 stronger demons come, by virtue of the fact that you've slept with A, you're going to sleep with B, you're going to sleep with X, and you'll find it no more. You don't feel the conviction anymore. So scientifically now, you are open to more diseases. You're open to more problems. Okay? Now, it has also been proved in science that a person who gets married when they are virgins enjoy their marriage more than a person who has been sleeping around. It is scientifically proved. Reason being, if you sleep with A, you sleep with B, and get married to C, there is something you saw A was doing, or there is something B did that you feel was not good for you. Now,
That's when you have the comparison.
Now that's when you start comparing. Now with the C, you'll say, I wish I got married to A. And now you're married to C. Now, what are you fighting now? Because you've been sleeping with all these people, C does not know your history.
Right.
And yet when you get married to someone, you're marrying their past, you're marrying their present,
You're marrying
and you're marrying
their
their future. Now this person is past, has A, has B. Now you're the C, and you don't know. Now you're busy tormenting this woman, you're tormenting this man, just because you slept with A, B, C, and whatever numbers you slept with. So scientifically, this is going to affect your marriage.
Right.
These are some of the things that are always going to be coming back at the back of your mind. Maybe I would have done this, maybe, and they will haunt you. And I've had people calling A, X. You're with X, okay, Z, sorry. You're with Z, and this is your husband, and you're busy calling them A.
Out.
Ouch. You can imagine what would happen.
Yes.
What causes that? Because A did something Z is not doing. A is reaching somewhere Z is not.
Yeah.
It becomes a problem.
Yes.
It would be good if you got married when you're virgins and you're moving at the same pace.
the same pace.
You learn together,
Exactly.
you pick up everything together, you're happy together,
It's a journey
you
of
have
discovery.
nothing to refer to. It's a journey. It's a journey of happiness. You'll enjoy because everything is together. You're testing deep. You're testing. They call it testing the deep end of the pool with both
the
feet
deep waters.
together. You enjoy it together. Everything is fun because you're discovering together. Just imagine a situation if someone is telling you what they did with someone else.
It actually hurts people.
It hurts a lot. It is very bad. So science has proved that people who get married when they are virgins or when they have slept with fewer people. If you sleep with one person, if you sleep with A, you sleep with B, you sleep with C, you sleep. By the time you sleep with K, you are confused. You have a lot of confusion with the people you have slept with.
Right.
You have a lot of confusion, and it's going to affect your next marriage.